Dude, so sorry about that. We're just got into the rehearsal space, and so we've been deep in trying to, figure out what we're supposed to do here.
Well, dude, I won't keep you for too long, but appreciate the time and want to dig into the album and the tour, of course. And congratulations, release day. Does it
Thank
feel
you.
good to finally have it out now, or is it like now the real work begins?
It's a little bit of both, honestly. We spent almost a year and a half working on this record, so we definitely were really in it for a long time. There we go. It's getting everybody in here. And it's easy to get super absorbed into that whole process and then just kind of forget that there's a future outside of it. So now that it's out, we're beginning to realize like, oh, yeah, we have like a lot of work to do now.
Well, I'm glad that you put out a full length album. You were starting to make me nervous. I was starting to think it was just EPs from here on out after a few EP releases, but curious now was the right time for the sequel. Why was now the right time for Attack Dose?
I think I think
It just kind of happened.
yeah, I think
We were talking about it, and then we wrote Dance, and then we just kind of were like, I think it's time,
yeah.
you know?
With the EPs in particular, we explored a lot of sounds. And I mean it was a multi-year process of us just kind of trying to figure out everything about this band, essentially trying to find out like what does it sound like now, where do we belong, even do we belong, and so we wrote in those three EPs. We just kind of branched out in every direction just to kind of test it out and see what feels right. And then once we did Dance, like Chris said, I think we kind of had that light bulb moment of like, okay, cool, here it is.
Aha. I was kind of curious, with the EP, was there any carryovers from the EP or was it all brand new material?
All brand new.
Yeah.
Sick. And interesting that Dance was the first one. How long into that one being written did you make the phone call to Will Ramos?
Oh, when we were in the studio doing it, we kind of had this. It was just we were like, I think it has to have him. We need him for this to be all the way what it needs to be.
Yeah, we just wanted it to be something kind of just really crazy heavy, and we were tossing around a whole bunch of ideas, and I think it just had to be him.
Yeah, we're like it's that's the guy.
Yeah.
He's the poster child for heavy right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you know him before that, or did you just kind of reach out blindly?
A little bit of both. We definitely have kind of been around a lot of the same circles, and so we ended up reaching out to his management first, just to be like, hey, is this cool? Is this going to fit in your schedule? And then it was pretty much right after that. I was on the phone with him, and he was like, yeah, dude, I'm down. And he cut the vocals like that night, sent him back to us.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So super quick. I was going to ask you if you were there for it or not, just to see him do his thing.
No, we caught him like the day before he was leaving for tour. So he like did it and then packed his shit and like left to go to Europe, I think is what happened. So that was an extremely solid, he did us a huge solid there,
Yeah, it
like
worked out
making
well.
time to do that, when he obviously was definitely doing more important stuff. So that was extremely cool.
And then I'm just kind of curious. We'll get into the show more in depth, but for live, are you going to run track or is someone going to try and cover that?
I'll probably just end up doing it, Unless
Yeah,
Rylan wants to do it, you can do it too if you want.
whatever.
And at festivals, we got
Oh
Jeff
yeah,
from
from
St.
Pen-
Dugabog to do it. So
Yeah.
maybe
sick.
louder than life. We'll try to
Yeah.
find someone.
it is fun trying to find someone like, hey, you want to do this? And usually they're like, hell yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, we
You
like
tell
to
them
do
you
it.
have to do Will Ramos, and they're like, "Ooh, never mind."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're like, just make it really metal and scary. Yeah, we forage for guest features while we're out on the road, and it usually works out.
Yeah, it's a big trend lately. So I mean, not surprising to have one, and he's certainly the hot guy right now.
Absolutely.
Kind of curious too, man. I've been playing the hell out of One Hit Wonder on the radio, and it almost feels like a working title. Was that to begin with before you got into it? Was there? It feels like one of those that you kind of wrote it up on the board before any lyric was written.
I think I don't know how we got the title. Well,
I think we just got that line, and
yeah, we got the lyric first.
Yeah.
And we're like, this is
Ah.
the obvious title.
Yeah.
I wanted to write it like originally. I wanted it to be like Mortal Kombat. I'm like, let's write like a Mortal Kombat sounding kind of song, and that's kind of where we went with it.
Yep.
Yeah, it definitely has that video game vibe.
Yep.
It certainly makes me think of like being a radio guy, thinking of the one hit wonder on the radio kind of.
Yeah, it was kind of like a double meaning thing.
Certainly. The only thing I have to complain about, guys, I love the new album, right? I got to the end and I saw Jump Jump. And I got really excited for a moment thinking it was going to be a cover, and it wasn't.
That's a good idea, though.
And that's what I'm saying. There's still
Yeah.
time to do it. You can still put on the backward pants and do it right and do it
Yep.
attack style.
I mean, we'll file that one away for sure.
Yep.
Because it did come up and we snickered about it in the studio. We were like, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be. I mean, it's been a while. I Kissed a Girl, I think, is the last one. So I mean, I think we're due.
EP
Yeah, a
covers.
cover does sound like fun.
That would be sick, man. You do like an EP. Like that's where the EPs make sense to me, is doing like covers or something fun like that. But
Yeah.
I'm glad that one's tucked away in the back of the brain for future use. And certainly, the thing I love about you guys, always got that tongue firmly planted in the cheek, and we need that nowadays in metal. I mean, in hard rock and whatever you want to call it, like it can be so serious at times. So it was a breath of fresh comedy air to get you guys back with this new album, and certainly that extends to I Complain metalcore and that too.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, same. It's when the band was first coming up, especially in, the early 2000s and like up into like the 2010 region, I felt like the genre at that point had reached peak fun, and it was very unserious. And there was something just really, I don't know. I guess it had a very endearing quality to it, that it was just so lawless and stupid and it just didn't need to matter. And I definitely feel that was lost somewhere along the way, and it just kind of became, yeah, like you said, everything became super serious, and it was like just trying really hard. And that's how we ended up with our motto for the whole record was, it's just not that serious.
Yeah, we said it to each other throughout the entire year and a half we were making this album.
Yeah,
it's just not that serious.
Yeah.
Look at me and say it. I'd look at him and say it. I mean,
yeah.
It's like,
and we'd come up with these dumb ideas, and there was a point where we were fishing for random samples to throw into songs.
yeah,
like,
let's put an elephant in there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's elephants and lemurs and crabs skittering around. There's tons of weird, stupid sound design in there that we took, and we found a way to chop it and fit it in there to make it just to add something to it.
We were just having fun.
Yeah, just literally that. Like that was our focus, and I think we were really happy with how it all ultimately turned out.
Yeah, I mean, that, like you said, when you came up initially, that was kind of the thing, like, you guys and Prada and Bless the Fall and all that HTML rules, dude, and like all that. It was kind of about how silly can we make this song, and then that went away. So I'm glad it's back. I'm feeling it and loving it, and can't wait for the tour. We got you in Southern California, in LA at the Echoplex on September the 6th, and kind of curious, how many of these new songs are we going to be working into the set?
We've got
a lot.
I think we have 6.
I think it's 6
Yeah.
or
Okay.
7.
A pretty healthy dosage of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and with, the ones that we picked, like Dance and Chainless, obviously are just really fun live. But I mean, you can say the same for Jump Jump and One Hit Wonder. Like there was just a bunch of songs on here that we just sort of kept adding because we're like, these are going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And they're going to translate, and it's just going to be like, that's the energy we want to bring to the stage.
Awesome. And the support bands, we got to talk about them. Savage Hands and Versus Me on the bill as well.
Absolutely. Savage Hands, we go way back.
Way
Savage
back.
Hands.
Yeah.
And so we're really stoked to be out with them. Those guys they're awesome. They're such a great hang. They're such sweethearts, and also they're really great. Like, they're on the cutting edge of this kind of new rock wave that's coming out. And so we're just really stoked to be out with them. And same thing for Versus Me. Those guys are also, mixing it up. And so we're just really happy to have that cool of a package and have really good dudes, and we're gonna have a really great time.
If you could put it on like a scale of justice, how important is it to have a band that you get along with versus a band that that you like their music? I mean, imagine that kind of tips the scales, right?
Yeah, I mean,
especially the longer you do it.
Yeah, when you're on the road for this is like a 6-week long tour. You gotta see these people every day, so it's like, if someone starts mixing the Kool-Aid with a dirty spoon, everyone's gonna have a bad time,
Yeah, I mean, the camaraderie on the tour is definitely super important. And, like Chris said, we're out there, we're most of the time unshowered, hot, sweaty, hungry. Like this, we're kind of really fighting a lot of elements. And so those are the times where if things are not chill, they can spiral out of control very quickly.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a good idea to stack the bill and, be friendly and try to find out how to make actual friendships on the road, because it's very important for morale for the package, because when that goes bad, it sucks. Like, it affects the shows and people see it.
On a happier note, coming through SoCal, I was kind of curious. You've been touring for a long time. Is there any like must-haves when you roll through SoCal? Is it like I got to get an In-N-Out burger or some Mexican food or sushi or something or craft beer or anything?
I mean, I love In-N-Out.
I'll definitely be getting In-N-Out.
Yeah, and Cali burritos and In-N-Out are kind of like the must-haves, I think.
Yeah.
Do you have a specific In-N-Out burger menu, like your order? Because they have the whole secret menu and everything too.
Yeah. Double animal style, fry well animal style.
4x4.
4x4. There we go.
Yeah.
And then burrito or taco? Which one?
Burrito.
Taco.
I'm gonna say taco out of those
Uh-oh. We're divided.
Yeah.
You guys are fired.
Corn
Yeah, get them out of here.
Yeah.
real taco.
I love tacos.
And then the most important question, what's the meat? What are we putting in it? Carne
Chorizo.
asada, chorizo.
I'm gonna say carne asada.
Yeah, I'm in on the
Burritos.
carne asada train.
I like the chicken.
Oh,
Well,
had to get one pollo guy in there.
It's always one.
It's always one. Dude, I appreciate all the time. Last couple of things I wanted to hit you guys with. Interestingly enough, talking about SoCal, we just had Warped Tour roll through, which you did a million years ago back in the day. But really cool to see that festival coming back around again. And man, they did 80,000 a day out here in Southern California for it. Already announced dates for 2026, but wanted to get some thoughts about doing it back in the day.
I mean, it was crazy. Warped Tour was kind of I think in a lot of ways it was the crucible that really forged Attack Attack into what it was and what it would become in that era. And, especially at that time, it was such a scene moment in general. And I mean, like, I think the first year we were playing the Skull Candy stage, and just amidst so many crazy, I'm pretty sure Jelly Roll was on Skull Candy stage in 2009 with us. So, I mean, it was just kind of one of those things of, as far as festivals go, just the melting pot aspect of it was really crazy, and being able to mix and mingle with all those people and all those different fans and have people just kind of be able to browse from stage to stage and experience very different things, I thought was extremely cool, and was definitely a very awesome experience for us. And I think really helped, kind of guide us into feeling safer with the risks that we take and being like, oh, you really can just kind of like do whatever you want if you're into it.
I love that, though, the diversity of it, and that continues. Even this year, they had a ton of diversity. Slaughter to Prevail to ska bands, and everything in between, and that is so cool. Just walking around, discovering new bands, having no idea, and just stumbling across a band and falling in love with them.
Absolutely.
Love it. Love it, guys. Last thing I got for you. We can take it in the other direction here. We're an old school radio station. We do a feature called Mandatory Metallica every night at 10 p.m. and need your guys' opinion on this little Metallica debate I've been having with my buddy and I. We're debating their greatest thrash metal album ever and kind of coming down on opposing sides. So I need you to kind of weigh in and help settle this debate. And it's album 2 versus 3, Ride the Lightning versus Master of Puppets. If you had to pick one out of those two, which one would it be?
Master.
Kill them all. Oh man.
That's
Master of Puppets.
Honestly, I'm gonna go Ride the Lightning. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
I'll go Master of Puppets.
I'm going Ride the Lightning.
I think I'm going Master of Puppets.
Oh.
See, Master's my pick.
All right, cool.
Tell me why Master for you, though.
It does have a lot more of their like most iconic
Yeah.
songs. You know what I mean? So I get it. Like, I don't know. Master of Puppets was a pretty big record for Metallica.
Yeah, I just think that it very clearly and completely personifies like what I think of Metallica.
Yeah.
I think is why I'm picking it.
Yeah.
It's got like a more epic sound to it.
hmm
Yeah, I agree. I mean, to be able to write something like Orion and Damage Incorporated on the same album, to write
Yeah.
something so melodic and then something so brutal and have it all on the same album, incredible. And
Absolutely.
it sounded a heck of a lot better than Ride the Lightning.
Well, yeah.
Well, we didn't
Sonically.
we didn't want to go there with that, because that's obviously quite a hot button issue. But
If we had to play a song for you on Mandatory Metallica, what would it be?
mm,
Mm.
Could be off any album, except for Lulu. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, I don't know.
One, probably for me.
There.
I love One. I don't know. I think it's that riff, that opening riff. It's like one of the first things I learned how to play on guitar when I was a kid.
Just
So it's like
open,
it's got a
open
special
note.
place in my heart, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, One was definitely that stuck out for me too.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, as a kid, I remember hearing that and just being like very blown away by it.
The
So, I
video
think I'm
and the double
The
bass.
video is amazing.
yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Chris on that one.
Yeah, very musical. I'll agree with that.
All right. Beautiful. We'll rock One for you guys. Thank you so much for the time, Brad, to get to talk to all of you. Thank you for the new album and can't wait for that show in LA.
Awesome. Well, we're
Thank you.
stoked, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you out there in LA. Bye-bye.